So I'll be honest with you lads, I didn't expect to have to make a video like this approximately 2 days after early access was released. So hello there everyone and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for me to bring you the biggest problem with FIFA 20 career mode. I know it's not taken very long, has it? It's been literally 2 days after EA access, or 3 days as you're watching this, and there is already a quite severe game-changing issue in this game mode. Like, what I will say it does is it mixes up the table. What I will also say it does is completely ruin the realism of absolutely everything. Now, if you go on to enjoy the video, slap a like on it, and of course subscribe if you are new to the channel. It's the big red button under the video, and it massively helps me out. If you've also experienced this during the course of your career mode saves on early access, or if you've got the game early, then let me know down in the comment section below what you think about it. Even if you haven't, once I've explained what it is, let me know what you think about this, because I think it was an issue in the beta, and then it's just continued into the full release. So obviously we are now at the EA access stage. Realistically, this should be the full game. I can understand the fact that some of the transfers haven't been done. I'd expect them to be done in a patch when the game actually drops for everybody. That's relatively acceptable. Slightly annoying if you're starting a career mode save right now, but like acceptable nonetheless if that's the only issue. However, there are plenty of issues. Today I will only be highlighting one of them. I'm giving EA the benefit of the doubt that maybe some of them will be fixed when the game actually releases. I don't know. I may make a separate video about all the other things, but in my eyes, what I'm going to explain in this video seems to be the most important. So I'm just going to jump into it. It's enough rambling now. I don't know if any of you remember on older FIFAs, not necessarily on FIFA 19, but certainly on FIFA 17 and FIFA 18. If you were a small team, say you'd just been promoted to the Premier League in a career mode save, or you were like a star rating below your opponents, they would tend to play a very weakened side against you. So if you're playing Man City, for example, I can't even count the amount of times I faced Claudio Gomez, who's like a 65 rated centre mid who played for City at the time. Anytime I play City as a weakened side, they'd play him amongst a load of other youth academy players. Well, I say a load, maybe 3 or 4. Obviously, naturally, it made the game a lot easier because you were playing against weaker opposition. In the end, you ended up playing against a side that wasn't even as good as you were, even though City, generally speaking, should be much better. And it made it easier to win games. It made it a lot easier to just do well in the table, because half the time you'd play against teams that were actually worse than you, even though they were meant to be better. Now, this kind of went away in FIFA 19. I don't think I remember playing a team like Man City at all, and then playing a really, really weakened side against me. I didn't do a Road to Glory last year, so it may have still been there in some kind of form, but it was certainly a lot better. So obviously this year comes around, and you're hoping, you know, they've built upon it a little bit more. Turns out it's actually probably worse than it has ever been, and I'm going to explain to you why. So first of all, we've got an image of a Wolves team facing a Chelsea side. The Chelsea team is the team used by the person playing. So this person is using the stronger team here out of Chelsea and Wolves. Just bear that in mind. Chelsea are better statistically on FIFA than Wolves, and yet Wolves are still playing a weakened side. They've still left out Patrizio, even though he's got full stamina and isn't injured. They've still left out Bolly, even though he isn't injured and still has full stamina. They've left out multiple players. That whole back line is horrendous. We've got a 62 rated centre-back, a 60 rated centre-back, and a 70 rated centre-back in front of a 63 rated goalkeeper, 60 rated centre-mid for no apparent reason, and Wolves aren't even as good as Chelsea. This isn't even the issue we had before. This is any team you play plays a weakened side against you. For what reason? I don't even understand why Wolves would want to rotate here, because all the players have full stamina. It's not even like Patrizio, Bolly, and Cutrone, and whoever else is missing from this team are tired. They're all on the bench just waiting to be used. And it gets even worse than that. We've got a sim here as well, so sim games are even impacted by this. Someone's playing Leicester. I don't know who the team is, to be honest. It's a horrendous screenshot. I don't know why they've only cut out. Listen, forget about that. It doesn't matter. You can see the team, and it's tragic. We've got Jakupovic, who's only the second choice goalkeeper. Justin at right back, who I think is, again, the second choice player. Centre-backs I've never heard of. A couple of centre-mids I've never heard of. Second string centre-mids, second string wingers. The only main player there, I would genuinely say, there's 3. Jamie Vardy, Wilfred Ndidi, and also Ben Chilwell. That is genuinely it. The bench is so much stronger than the starting 11. Why are those players on the bench? It doesn't make any sense. And this is happening so consistently with every team. The worst one, though, is this. Genuinely, what is this excuse of a Man City side that someone played in career mode? It starts off tragically. We've got Scott Carson in between the sticks. Centre-backs I have never heard of. Claudio Gomez, that I was talking about a minute ago, is playing. And Mecha, Aleix Garcia, I think that is. A striker, I don't even know who that striker is. And a left winger as well. And interestingly, if you go onto the stats of these teams, that left winger isn't just playing against us because the game is for some reason underestimating us. He's playing every single game. City are playing a weakened side against everyone. Not just you, everybody. And it's resulting in tables where big teams are getting relegated. You can see City here down in the relegation zone. There's another one somewhere of Chelsea and like Arsenal as well, also being down in the bottom four after like a significant number of games as well. I don't get it. I don't even understand the reason why it's happening. A lot of these things you can just say, oh, you know, maybe they overlooked this when adding this feature. They've just broken starting 11s for the AI for no apparent reason because it was fine last year. What have they even done this year to warrant this happening? This City team is catastrophic, and they've got the nerve to have a bench like that with Edison, Laporte, De Bruyne, Aguero, Kyle Walker, Raheem Sterling, and Gabriel Jesus on it. The bench, you could literally field the bench and it would beat the starting 11, even though there's only 7 of them. And in my opinion, this is like, I know obviously, you know, glitches and bugs happen, right? But this seems quite fundamental, I can't lie to you. Like, the way in which the AI choose their starting 11s isn't exactly something you can just patch in really easily. Like, maybe a bit of fixture congestion here and there, you can kind of be like, oh, okay, we'll just put in a patch that makes sure a certain game week doesn't happen on that day, or I don't know, something like that. But a whole algorithm and a whole system that is basically decides what teams the AI put out against everybody, not just you, all the other AI teams as well, is probably going to be quite difficult to sort out. As I mentioned, this is one of just a few things. Like, obviously I am an EA game changer, alright, so you should be able to tell obviously that. But the fact I'm making this video, we are very sort of fair when it comes to our criticism of the game and our judgment of the game. We're allowed to state our criticisms and opinions to whoever we want to, and it's bad. It's really, really bad. I mean, I guess some people might not mind because, again, you do get that element of unpredictability. I reckon you could probably sim 5 seasons of career mode and none of the top 6 would be in the Premier League. Genuinely, I think they'd all have been relegated by then, which is funny, yes, but I don't know, I think a lot of people would rather, when they play City, actually play City. When I get them on the fixture list, I'm like, oh, that's going to be a difficult game. I don't think, oh yeah, I've just got to score past flipping Garcia, Scott Carson, and Latibiduridi. How do you even say that name? Listen, all I'm going to say is it's a travesty. It's quite bad. And the scary thing is it's EA Access. If this was the beta or whatever, well, I mean, for a start, I wouldn't be able to make a video on it, but if it was the beta, I would at least understand, because it's kind of meant to be broken and you're kind of meant to find glitches in it to then report back. But the fact this stuff was in the beta, has been reported back, I know for a fact it has been, and it still hasn't been fixed whatsoever. If anything, actually made worse. Like, there's certain issues now in the game that weren't there in the beta, so I don't understand where that's come from. It's just really disheartening because obviously career mode has had so many really cool new features added this year. Some of them work really well. Again, I'll probably make another video on other stuff that's broken at the moment in career mode that needs fixing, but a lot of the new features are working pretty well. Some of them are broken to some degree, but I mean, you can just about move past it. This to me is a bit of a game breaker though, because any big team you face, any team for that matter you face, because it was proved by Wolves and Leicester, doesn't even have to be top 6, you know, European sides. I know Wolves are in the Europa League, but we don't have to talk about that. Any team, whether they're worse than you, whether they're better than you, I don't know whether anyone else has been experiencing this, but I've seen a lot of it. I've been getting a lot of it sent to me on social media as well, so let me know down in the comment section whether this is something that's really frequent. Also, just as I'm editing this video, I've literally found another screenshot on Twitter. This time it's the top of the table. The league in the first season has been won by Brighton, and the player wasn't even using Brighton, they were using Leicester, as you can see in P5. Chelsea came second, Liverpool came third, that's okay. West Ham in 4th, Newcastle in 7th, no Man City, United and Arsenal down in 6th and 8th. And I know, yep, Leicester won the league when they shouldn't have done really in real life, but this seems far too regular, like way too regular. But for now, I think I'm done. It's just a tragedy. Hopefully it is fixed when the game comes out, but I'm not really holding my breath. If you've enjoyed this rant pretty much, then slap a like on the video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. You can also follow me on social media. It's @theofficialfng on Twitter and on Insta. But yeah, it's been a pleasure literally ranting at you guys today. Let's hope for the love of God this is fixed to some degree, because it's absolutely ridiculous. It's been a pleasure though ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.